So what is a galvanometer? Galvanometer or moving coil galvanometer? It's a device which is used to measure current in the circuit. This is the definition. Now what is the principle? Principle is whenever a current carrying coil is placed in magnetic field, it experiences a torque given by torque is equal to Neba sin alpha. So whenever a current carrying coil is placed in magnetic field, it experiences a torque given by this formula. Then you have to tell about all the symbols used. N for number of turns, I for current flowing, B for magnetic field, and A for area of the coil. And what is alpha? Alpha is important. Alpha is the angle between magnetic field and normal. So it is fan wala angle, magnetic field and normal. Now coming to the construction, there is a coil. There is a coil. So coil is made up of copper and it is having n turns. It can be circular or can be rectangular. And why do we choose copper? Because it has low resistivity and low cost. Or you can say it is affordable comparatively. Okay, so here in the diagram you can see this is your coil. Rectangular coil they have used. It can be circular also, but right now in the diagram it is rectangular. And then we have to apply magnetic field. So second step of construction is magnetic field. Magnetic field here in MCG in moving coil galvanometer is provided by concave shaped magnets. Okay, why concave shaped magnets? Because concave shaped magnets provide radial field. Yeah, it provides radial field. Now, what is a radial field? Radial field is such a field. It is such a field which is always parallel to the plane of the coil. Field is always parallel to the plane of the coil. It means the angle between field and coil is 0, but the angle between normal and field is 90 degrees. So angle between field and normal, यानी कि fan वाला angle is 90 degree. So sin 90 we know it's 1. So Neba torque is written as Neba sin alpha. Sin alpha is 1. And also that means your torque is maximum. If sin is going to be 1, your torque is going to be Neba. So your torque is maximum. You are getting maximum torque by employing radial field, and moreover you are eliminating the trigonometric term. The sin alpha is 1. Okay, so that a linear scale can be designed for measuring electric current. So there are two motives. Why are we using radial field? Why are we using concave shaped magnets? Because we need a radial field. And what are the use of radial field? What are the benefits? It will give us a maximum torque and it will eliminate trigonometric terms so that linear scale can be designed for electric current. Okay, then we should draw the diagram. Construction is still going on, but you can draw the diagram. You can see this diagram or this diagram. Both are convenient. Whichever you feel you can draw. Okay, then coming to third step of construction, which is soft iron core. So yeah, there was a coil. You have seen this was a coil, rectangular coil. So if the coil is rectangular, then you have to use cylindrical core. If your coil is circular, then you have to use spherical core. So you can see soft iron core is used. Why soft iron? Why iron? Because iron is soft iron is ferromagnetic. So what are the benefits of ferromagnetic substances? Their ferromagnetic substances means they will catch magnetic field lines maximum. Maximum magnetic field lines will be caught by them. So flux will be maximum. So torque will be maximum. Ultimately torque will be maximum. Now core can be cylindrical. I told you core can be cylindrical if coil is rectangular, and core can be spherical if coil is circular. So these are three steps of construction. Fourth is very important, which is phosphor bronze spring. I'll show you in the diagram. In both the diagrams you can see the spring. Here it is written this is spring, this is spring, like this they have turned. So I'm erasing. You can see once again this white color. This is your spring, phosphor bronze spring. Similarly, you can show here. In this diagram, if you're drawing this diagram, then this is a spring. So anyways, you have to write spring. Okay. Now, why phosphor bronze spring? What to written as content in this phosphor bronze? So you can see phosphor bronze has least value of torsional constant, or you can say torque per unit twist. Torque per unit twist. It has least value of torque per unit twist, or you can say it has least value of torsional constant. This K is torsional constant. Okay, due to which what happens if it has least value of torsional constant, due to which current sensitivity of the moving coil galvanometer becomes maximum, that we need for improved efficiency of the device. Tensile strength is also good of phosphor bronze. So two benefits. Number one is K is least. K means torsional constant. Number two, tensile strength is good. Elastic strength is good. Tensile strength is good. Okay. So this was all about construction. Now coming to the theory and working. Theory and working will begin with this. When a current carrying coil is kept in magnetic field, it experiences a torque given by torque is equal to Neba sine alpha. So this we know, due to which the coil gets deflected, because it is torque, so it will deflect, it will rotate. So this is called deflecting torque. This torque is called deflecting torque. Now at the same time, a restoring torque also acts. One torque is deflecting, one torque is restoring. Restoring torque is given by this formula, which we have done last year in 11th. Torque is equal to K into theta. Now what is K? I told you it is torsional constant. What is theta? Theta is the angle of deflection, 30 degree, 40 degree, like that. So this is your restoring torque. Restoring torque. Now at equilibrium, both the torque will be equal. Yani deflecting torque deflecting is equal to torque restoring. Let us put the formulas of both. One is Neba sine alpha, one is K theta. So what is I? I is equal to K theta by NBA sine alpha. है ना? For radial field, because we have employed radial field. So for radial field, you know that alpha is equal to 90, sine 90 is 1, because trigonometry term gets eliminated. So we are writing I as K theta by NBA. This is to be written as theory and working of moving coil galvanometer. Then there are certain terms which are very important for moving coil galvanometer. Certain terms are very important. So let us see those also. One is current sensitivity. What is current sensitivity? How much deflection you are producing for a given current. That is angle of deflection divided by current flowing. That is angle of deflection by current flowing. So theta by I. So let us substitute the value of I, which we have like this. K theta by NBA. Can we substitute here? Yes, theta by K theta by NBA. Theta cancel. So well, formula of current sensitivity is NBA by K. Current sensitivity. Okay. So current sensitivity's final formula is this. So what will be the SI unit? SI unit you can write from here, angle upon its current. So we can write it as radian per ampere, or if somebody is writing division per ampere, that is also fine. So now how to increase current sensitivity? Just now we have seen the formula of current sensitivity is NBA by K. So we can increase current sensitivity by increasing number of turns of the coil. Fine. First is by increasing number of turns, and then second is by increasing the magnetic field. We can use heavy magnets, and third is by increasing the area of the coil. But if you will increase number of turns, if you will employ heavy magnets, or if you will take more area of the coil, then your device will get bulky. These three will make the device bulky. So best way is last parameter, to reduce by decreasing torsional constant. Okay, so that is why we select phosphor bronze. Phosphor bronze is a material whose K is least. Phosphor bronze has least K, least restoring, torque per unit twist. Okay, or you can say torsional constant is less, so that current sensitivity is maximum. So now coming to voltage sensitivity. Now voltage sensitivity is just like current sensitivity only. Then how much deflection you are producing for a given voltage. How much deflection for a given voltage. So voltage sensitivity formula is this. Voltage sensitivity formula is theta by V. Now V can be written as voltage sensitivity. V can be written as I into R. Okay, just now you have seen that this is current sensitivity. The voltage sensitivity can be written as I current sensitivity upon R, and current sensitivity just now you have seen it is NBA by K. So final formula of voltage sensitivity is this. What will the SI unit? So from the formula it's division per volt or radian per volt. Sorry, I have written ampere. So it's division per volt or radian per volt. Unit is this. Now see, there is an important question. Increasing current sensitivity does not necessarily mean increase in voltage sensitivity. If somebody is increasing current sensitivity, it doesn't mean that voltage sensitivity is also increasing, because voltage sensitivity formula is this, NBA by KR, and current sensitivity is NBA by K. Okay, so if somebody is increasing current sensitivity by increasing number of turns, then you know when you increase number of turns, then the current sensitivity will definitely increase. But because we are increasing number of turns, so length will also increase, and resistance is directly proportional to length. So R will increase, so voltage sensitivity will may not increase or may increase. Okay, so this is how we'll cover this. Now this is the last quantity associated with moving coil galvanometer. It's figure of merit. Figure of merit is reciprocal of current sensitivity, that is, it is current upon deflection. Okay, so its unit is ampere per division or ampere per radian. Okay, and current sensitivity you have already seen. Current sensitivity is NBA by K, so we will write it as, it is reciprocal of this. So figure of merit, whose symbol you can give any, so it can be written as K upon NBA. It is reciprocal of current sensitivity. This is how we can cover moving coil galvanometer. Diagram is to be prepared with utmost care. Thank you.